Llama a la gente y dicen, hey, que venga. Está la foto y la borra, porque no hay...
You should communicate to your embassy right now. Go to your embassy.
Okay.
That was the moment my cameraman, local producer and I were surrounded by 6 police officers in Venezuela. One man said he was with the state intelligence agency and he'd just ordered another officer to call the country's military spy agency, the HSIM, to have us detained and interrogated. It's known locally as the torture police and has a long history of human rights violations and making political activists and journalists disappear. That's why my Venezuelan producer immediately told me to try and contact an Australian embassy. We were outside a morgue in the capital Caracas, reporting on the recent twin earthquakes that have devastated the country when these men approached us. We saw up close what parts of this government were focused on while this crisis unfolded. They photographed our visas and made us go through our camera to delete shots we had taken of the building. Our local producer helped talk things over and assured them we were in the country legally and following its laws. So we were allowed to leave. When we walked back to the car and shut the doors, our producer said to us, "I cannot guarantee your safety. I think you should consider leaving the country as soon as possible." This was just one very small example of the regime at work, but the signs of how destructive it can be were everywhere. Reports have emerged of National Guards demanding payment from people trying to remove the bodies of loved ones from the rubble. Some international aid workers have been blocked from entering parts of devastated communities too. And while their people use gardening tools and sometimes just their hands to recover loved ones trapped in buildings, some in government agencies appear to have other priorities. Tens of thousands of people are still missing more than a week on from this tragedy, and many locals are in disbelief over government restrictions that caused delays and confusion during the most crucial hours after the disaster. There has been plenty of videos circulating as well, showing the same frustration with armed guards during rescue operations. The day we were stopped by those police officers was the same day Acting President Delcy Rodriguez invited international media to a rare press conference. Here, Ms. Rodriguez angrily rejected criticism of her government's response and said it activated immediately. She accused media outlets of spreading misinformation and politicising a humanitarian tragedy. Here, she says the Venezuelan government and its authorities have spared no effort, public, private, national or international. But the people I spoke with on the ground beg to differ. They say the government response has been slow and uncoordinated, and at times it's hindered search and rescue operations. For us, we can leave and we have safe homes to return to. For those in Venezuela, they must now endure this unfolding crisis and continue searching for loved ones in the rubble. Endemic government corruption and decades of neglect have made these tragic circumstances even more difficult.